Hello, Cowboy fans. Welcome to the post-Thanksgiving Cowboy Tweet Tracker. I'll tell you, what a week, huh? A great win over the Dolphins puts us in first place in the NFC East. And I'll tell you, there were a lot of tweets going on before Thanksgiving, after, so we've got a lot to catch you up on. So first tweet here is from Abe Elam. You know this guy is very community-minded. He just got done with a charity event where he had the Dallas Cowboy players act as waiters at a restaurant and charged a premium so that he could help raise funds for his charity. Here he's got another event. He did this with Anquan Bolden. He's doing a retweet here. It says, the Abe Elam food drive was a success. I copied all the pictures of the event, and here is a picture. So this was thrown in Palm Beach. It was where they did food giveaway. I think it was a Tuesday when the Cowboys were off before the Thanksgiving game. And so you can see here are the players as well as the volunteers. And so just a great event, and great to see Abe Elam continuing with great charity work. Next week comes from wide receiver Des Bryant. This was on game day on Thanksgiving. He says, happy Thanksgiving to all of you from me and my son. And he has a picture that he tweeted out. And here is Des Bryant Jr. So maybe this is the future Dallas Cowboy in about 20 years. But I like this kid. He looks cute, right? I mean, this guy, little guy here's got his SpongeBob t-shirt on and his hat and his scarf. So pretty adorable there. Moving on, next tweet is from Gerald Sensabaugh, another guy who does a lot of charity work. Very impressed. He retweets out here, Gerald Sensabaugh giving away his gloves to some of their Play 60 guests before the game. And Play 60 is the NFL charity, or actually the NFL effort to get kids involved into exercise and cardiovascular things and watching what they eat. And so they had Play 60 kids representing that organization at the game, and those kids were on the field during warm-ups, and Gerald Sensabaugh came over and talked with them and actually gave them his gloves. So you got to hand it out to this guy when he could be concentrating on getting loose and what he has to do for the game, takes a little time out to spend with the kids. So you got to like that. Frank Walker has a good tweet that I think summed up the game. Says, and an ugly win is better than a pretty loss. So I think he's accurate in that. Jason Witten says, Lord, thank you for this food. This was after the game. Go home or go big. And so we've actually got a picture of Jason's Thanksgiving meal here. And you can see this guy is trying to load up on his carbos. He's got his plate actually overflowing kind of. And he had another tweet that he says, their Thanksgiving, they have turkey and ham, and he's always got to do double helpings of both. So kind of the opposite of Fiametta there, a big meat eater we see with Witten. Teddy Williams. Now, I know if you watched the game, you probably weren't fully satisfied with the kickoff returns from AOA and everything, and you want to see something happen with that. I hope you do, because I do. So I just threw a tweet out there, and I said, hey, Fast Teddy, we need to put you on kickoff returns. And this is Teddy Williams, the wide receiver who's in the practice squad. This guy has blazing fast speed. I asked him, are you ready? Should we start a petition to Jerry? And he actually tweeted me back, and he said, yep, ASAP. And apparently I'm not the only guy with this idea, because Teddy Williams also retweeted another fan who said, at Fast Teddy, tell Joe DeCamillis to put you on special teams. I did it on Madden and scored 2 touchdowns with you. Yeah, buddy. So you could tell everybody is wanting to get Teddy Williams out there. I think we all need to tweet it. We need to put it on Facebook. We need to call into the radio shows and ask for Teddy and start building up public pressure, because I know the team does respond when it gets public pressure. They start to address an issue, or at least try to figure out how they're going to respond to the fans. And I think we need to put some pressure in the organization to put Teddy Williams back there, because if we could risk putting AOA in there, then why can't we risk putting Teddy in there? I mean, just for kickoffs. Why is that such a big deal? Anyway, moving on. Jesse Holly. I like his tweet after the game. He says, where's everybody going out tonight in Dallas-Fort Worth? And then, Jesse talks about the club he's going to. So he says, quote, his next tweet, I think Club Bed, B-E-D, is the spot for your boy tonight. The dress code is right up my alley, and the VIP has me all by myself. Throw your Z's up. So you like that, Jesse? Not going out to party, just trying to get some rest. Frank Walker, funny dude. We could just do a whole Frank Walker tweet show, because this guy has so many tweets that are just kind of out there and hilarious. He tweets, Black Friday got everybody in this mall looking like broke Saturday. And so that of course, came on Saturday after the Thanksgiving game. Another funny tweet from Frank Walker says, the NBA is back. This is a good thing. Now I can have back a few of their ladies. Well, they're on the road, and we can swap it out. Thanks, NBA players. So I guess Frank is looking for that groupie love and excited that the NBA is going to give him a chance to get more of that groupie love. Now, Martellus Bennett, this guy is really out there, eclectic personality. We always talk about this. He takes a lot of hits on that because some people wonder about how focused he is on football. But this guy, sometimes you just go, huh? I mean, and I guess you can't rip on him too much because the stuff he's doing is not harmful. And, I guess some people, the players, are playing Madden and video games. But here's what Marty B is doing. He says, check it out, the Rocket Dope tease in this clip. Oh, yeah, make a donation if possible. Laughing out loud. Our creator makes his acting debut. So I'm like, what is this all about? So Martellus Bennett is starring in a film that they're trying to make. And it's a film. Here's a picture of him. It has a French theme to it because apparently Marty B speaks French. He has some director friends that are putting this together. They have a site which they're raising money. Now get this. Their big goal is to raise $600 for this film or this video. Now don't you think like Marty Bennett has 600 bills just sitting in his wallet right now? I mean, so I'm kind of curious about that. But if you want to know what is this video going to be about, see if you understand this because I have no idea what he's talking about. Here's a synopsis of what this video will be. It's going to be called Fried Banana Ice Cream. It's a short film about a French man who is passionately and tragically in love with a particularly delicious dessert. This will be the first of many projects that we'll be working on with a full crew, and we aim to produce at least one new project a month with hopes of this becoming an overnight success story, or at least getting an audience, hopefully, through the interest of said fans. We'll have the means to shoot a solid comedy feature in 2012. So apparently trying to raise money so they can start producing this video. The first video is going to cost $600, starring Marty B as a French man in love with fried banana ice cream. I'm speechless. Okay, just don't get it, but whatever. Next week comes from Stephen McGee, quarterback, backup quarterback, now number 2 quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He's asked by a fan here, any interest in coaching after your, quote, very long playing career ends? And Steve McGee tweets back, yes, I will be the head coach of A&M before I die. And, so he's a big A&M alumni, and so he's focused on that. So that was kind of interesting. Next week comes in from Montreal, and this is a great guy. If you follow a lot of players on Dallas Cowboys, just don't follow the marquee guys like Dez Bryant and DeMarcus Ware. I mean, check out Montreal. You got to follow this guy at Montreal. He's got all kinds of funny stuff. He really interacts with fans. And here, the offensive lineman says, good morning, peeps. Just saw a dude in a drop top. It's 40 degrees. And then he hashtags us out, trying to call in sick. So apparently, hey, that's one way to do it in Dallas-Fort Worth. If you want to get a sick day, just throw the drop top down and cruise through the streets of Dallas. All right, and moving into our feel-good tweets of the week. We got this from Jesse Holly. This guy is great. He does charity work. He's a down-home guy, down-to-earth, very appreciative and humble. He says, ice skating is what she wants. Ice skating is what she gets. And he's referring to his niece because his niece was staying with him during the Thanksgiving holiday. And here is a picture of him and his niece. And so I thought that was very cute. And he also took her to the medieval times and I guess just spoiled this girl. So you got to give it to him. And here's what he tweets after that with spending time with his niece. He says, having my niece around lets me know I just got to start working on a family of my own. Just got to be real. And so, and I was thinking, so for all of you ladies who watch the tweet tracker and you want to be wifey material, you better get now and start making yourself known to Mr. Jesse Holly, because he's not just about a one-night stand. He is about trying to land himself the one, the soulmate, his wife. And the last kind of feel-good tweet, thought this was funny. This comes from safety Gerald Sensabaugh, who says, quote, my boys are playing football, and my 3-year-old said he's giving his brother, quote, the sniff arm. Think he means stiff arm kids. And so I thought that was kind of funny, kind of cute. Gerald Sensabaugh's had some great tweets about his kids, and so you can see he's quite a family man, having a good time there with his with his boys. So that wraps it up for NFL Week 13. Hopefully we got a big win this weekend coming up. I know we can't look too far down the road to the Giants, but man, if we can get a win against the Cardinals and then the Giants, we could lock this thing up. So let's do this, Cowboys. And hopefully you enjoyed this show. Tune back next Friday. We'll be coming back at you with NFL Cowboy Tweet Tracker issue, episode number 14. All right. Until then, stay representing the Dallas Cowboys. Love you guys.